Good afternoon, traders. Today is Wednesday at 12:20 p.m. Looking at crude oil right here, and we continue to march up. We had a print of 106.03 around 11 a.m. this morning, and then after that we pulled back a little bit to the 105.18, which was yesterday's high. Bounced off that, and now we're continuing up, currently trading at 105.69. Here's a longer time frame from where we were at in 2008 at $140 a barrel before we dropped all the way down to $41, and right here was pretty much the investment of a lifetime if anyone got long in here. People should have known that crude would not stay down that low, and they brought it back up, and now you see us continue up, and it's been a pretty easy trade lately. When you get to 100, if we could hold that, of course we're going to 105. If you're over 105, then get long, we're going to 110. And it's going to keep staying like that the entire way up. We will get to 140. It's not if, but when. So as long as we have all our ducks in line, we could continue to profit off of trading this commodity, or you could trade the USO, which is an oil ETF. Now we're looking at gold futures. Hitting 1439 today, and 1445 is the all-time high. Looks like we're going to surpass it sometime soon. This has been a continuous profitable trade as long as you've stayed long. We've gone from just 2009, we were at $800 per ounce of gold bullion, and now we're at 1439. That's a massive move. And all this comes on the back of more money printing, more currency devaluations. So here we have a chart of silver, and it's not up to date, but I just wanted to show you the history of when we hit $41 per ounce of silver. And it was back here right around 1980. You see this massive spike that came in a short time frame. We went from $10 all the way to $40, and I'm not sure the news then. I should know that, being that we need to know history, but you could only learn so much. I learn something new every day, and eventually I will know this. I just want to show you the technicals. So 15 was a key significant price. We broke above that, and we just been going ever since, and we will retest this level, this $41, $42 level. The climb just continues up, and we're not slowing down at all, guys. Silver is going to continue to outperform the markets and majority of the currencies. So now I'm pulling up the US dollar index futures, and the chart continues to be in a bearish trend. Confirmed lower highs all the way down, confirmed lower lows, and here's that 77 level that we're maintaining below. Now yesterday I saw that people were buying calls on the UUP, so I kind of suppose that we'd get a short-term bear rally, because that's all it is right now. We still have this declining trend line going all the way back from January, where we put in that high of 81.50, and it just continues down. So I really don't think that we're going to break back above 77. This downtrend should continue going, and then my prediction still stands. You guys could look back from my videos where I've been calling this low of 74.21. We're going to hit it, and what I said is when we do hit it and we hold below it for about a month's time frame, you're going to see some massive selling come through, and my end target's going to be around 67 cents. Donald Trump came out. I'm going to try to post the interview later on, but he said that you will be paying $25 for bread if things don't change, and things aren't going to change because the presidents aren't picked, they're pretty much chosen. And what I mean by that is, even though the people do vote, and you could call it fair or not, the presidents that the people do pick and vote for are chosen by the Federal Reserve and the families that control the Federal Reserve. Looking at the EMini Futures now, we just got a bounce off 1285 level. 1287.50 was yesterday's low, and then they gapped it down in the after hours session before opening at 1285 today. Had some selling come through, and then we put in this lower high. That's where the bulls got involved. We got our proprietary buy signal. Guys, this isn't the PPS. I was using that for a while, but I actually decoded it and I fixed a few things that I didn't like about it, and I incorporated this into my own proprietary trading strategy, and it's been working pretty well. I don't want to give it to you guys yet. I still have some glitches to fix and I want to back test it, but I will let you know as soon as I get it resolved and it's perfected, so we can start making money. And it's just another tool in the toolbox to help us profit and beat these market controllers, if you will. So anyways, we came up, and before I go any further, I want to show you a few things that I use, and I really hope you guys use it too. Alright, it's just going to take a moment. First one is the opening line. This is so important, guys. You have to have it, because below the open the trend is bearish and above it the trend is bullish. And you see how well it plays out. I can show you on a day-to-day basis, but just speaking intraday, when we sold below the open, that was bearish. The bulls try to take control, rally it back above. They then failed. You see this big wick on the 5-minute candlestick. When they got back below the open, the smart shorts came, took it down. We traded back up to the open. Bears tried to take control again before the bulls came in on big, aggressive institutional buying, barking this dog all the way up the tree, surpassing the 1287.50, yesterday's low, another line you must have on your charts. If you don't have a script that draws it automatically, just draw it by hand, because it's going to help you identify the trend of the day. Right now we're in an uptrend. Also, the 50 simple moving average is pretty much the only then we have the previous day's close, which was at 1288.75. Look at this, we came up, bounced right off of it, traded back down to the 1287.5, which was yesterday's low. Now it looks like we're going to trade off this range and maybe get back above this. If we get above yesterday's close, then we're going to look to go for yesterday's high at 12. Sorry guys, this 1290 is actually a pivot point that I have on the chart, and that's the halfway gauge before we get to 1300. So below 1290 I'm bearish. Then 1292 half is yesterday's open, another inflection point on your charts, and then eventually we have the previous day's high, which is up here. So this may look a little confusing, and at first it was for me too, but when you use it every single day, it will eventually help you become a better trader, and it will help you gauge the ranges. And here you see, guys, we bounced off this. Look at this. This is live trading, and we're pulling back above the yesterday's close. See, these levels trade really well. And this right here is a perfect bullish flag pattern. You see the post here, and here's the flag, and then you see the breakout of the flag. Alright, so now in this segment of the video, what I'm going to do is compare our current EMini Futures chart, S&P 500, to the flash crash EMini chart. On the right's a flash crash, on the left we have the current one. Alright, so I'm going to start off here. Look at this down move that occurred on both sides. This is when risk started coming off, and they started retesting prior lows, and that became a pivot at the time. Then we had a little bit of consolidation, and then we had more risk coming off right under the 50. Same here, more consolidation, and then the risk coming off right under the 50. Then we sold below the 50, as you can see right here. Also, we sold below the 50. That was the flash crash bottom. Then they rallied it back up to the 50 before the post flash crash high. That's what everyone refers to when they say it, which was around almost to 1180, around 1177. came in, and then they sold it back down, getting it below the 200 to 1040. Okay, so now that level we're looking for is 1220. Remember, I've been pointing to it lately. So now what you see on our charts here for the current status is we're right under the 50. But at the same time, the 20's crossing below the 50. That alone is bearish. The only bullish thing that the market really has going for it is the 5 is above the 10. And 1290, like I said earlier in the video, is going to be our level to gauge whether we will get over 1300 to 1303. The reason I say 1303 is because that's been a decent line of support and resistance going every time we touch 1300. It seems to be some kind of sequential inflection point. So that being said, I'll continue to say over 1303, short-term bullish up to 1312. Not saying that we won't continue to go down, but we'll just take it day by day. Now, just so happen to be, if we do run back up to 1300, 1303 and fail, get back up here and fail, you're going to probably look for a short here and then eventually lead us down to our targets. A few stocks that we're watching today on the watch list, one being FFIV. And we are at a nice little level right above this 91, and 78.01 is actually a high from 2000. So if this bear trend continues, that could be a level that we retest eventually. Right now you might see a little bit of short covering. I mean, this thing did go from 130 to pretty much 90, almost 40 points in just a little over a month and a half. So that's a massive move, and a lot of the bears are looking at this 91.66 level to cover some of their position. We did buy calls this morning, and I'm pretty happy with this trade. My target is going to be $100 a share. Next we're looking at Adobe, and Adobe's selling off. They did beat on estimates versus consensus street views, but they said there is going to be a little problem because a lot of their business is in Japan, and that's why you see the stock coming off 5.5% today, almost down 2 points. Next level it's going to approach is this 30.21, and that's where the 200-day moving average is. Another stock that I'm long is MERC. I purchased MERC yesterday at 32.65. I purchased the stock outright, so I'm down a little bit, about 7 cents, but we're up 5 cents on the day. And they're talking about a new HIV drug, and they're in cahoots with Gilead Sciences, symbol GILD. So right now, if we get up to 33.11, that's where I'll take my profits. It's pretty much my target on it, and I'm not looking to get back up to the prior high of 33.50. I'll be happy with the 50-cent gain. Next we have BTU, which is Peabody Energy Corporation. And I've been seeing a lot of active call buying on this stock right here. It looks like it wants to get back up to 76.29, which was the 2006 high, and it's pretty strong. Kramer loves it. I like it for now on a technical basis. Above 70, it's a buy. Look to take out this 52-week high either today or tomorrow and continue to march up to 76.29. If you do get in it, wait on a pullback. Say it does break 72, you want to see it hold 72 in order to get this higher move. I sold out of my IBM calls today, and we got long around 154.50. That was like right here, and you see this nice move up. We made a couple points, and I'm happy with that. Now this down move came on the backs of a downgrade. I think it was from UBS, and the stock seems to be rallying back up pretty nicely. If you're still in the trade, maybe look for a 50% retracement so you could draw some fibs from 167.72 and draw them down to the low of 150, 171. And just notice, look at the 100-day moving average playing perfectly off this bounce. And I'm about to end the video. Just wanted to show you tivo. I was long tivo yesterday on the open. Right off the open, I bought it at 8.75 and I sold it at 9.04. So it was almost a 30-cent rally, pretty quick. I had 1,000 shares of it, and now I'm flat. But I might get back long this. It looks like we're holding this 8.56 level, and above 8.56 you want to look to buy it with a tight stop. Alright traders, I'm ending this. Good luck trading today. Crush this market, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.